What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? It's mailbag time here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. I am Harrison Graham. Get those questions in by using the hashtag Chiefs or by super chatting, and we will get to as many questions as we can here on today's show. Let's start with Laura Ortiz. How about Terrace Marshall or a DJ Moore trade? I don't have a ton of interest in Terrace Marshall because you plug him in here, and by the way, it's Terrace, not Terrence, but I knew you were talking about Laura. I mean, where does he fit in? He's kind of been an underachieving third-round pick for Carolina from a couple years ago. Is he better than Justyn Watson? I don't know. You're not playing him over Sky Moore. Now, DJ Moore, that's a different deal. He comes in, and he's probably your number one. Juju becomes your number two, and everybody else falls into place. DJ Moore trade, very interested. Terrace Marshall, not so much. I think he'd be like wide receiver 5 for this team. Jimmy with the question, do you think Justyn Ross can be a factor when he comes back next year? I'd love to see that be the case. I mean, I think the kid's working hard. The talent is certainly there, but you're talking about a guy who had a spinal neck fusion or back fusion, whatever it was. He's had, an ACL dating back to high school. He had a foot injury. I mean, the guy has been so many injuries throughout his career, and the neck thing is the most concerning. I mean, he takes one bad hit. Remember that report, only 4 teams out of the 32 even medically cleared him, Kansas City being one of them? That's a low number. I have no expectations. If he becomes a factor, that's great, but you can't operate thinking, by factoring him into the equation. He's icing on the cake, if that makes sense. Like, if he gives you anything, you're like, damn, hell yeah. It's kind of like when they signed Josh Gordon. No expectations. If he gave you something cool, he obviously didn't give you much, but that's kind of how I view Justyn Ross. Use hashtag Chiefs or Super Chat to get your questions on the show. Hey, speaking of, Josh Gordon, you want to bring him back? Titans cut him off their practice squad. Apparently, the Chiefs had a spot for him on their practice squad, so that relationship was still good. When he didn't make the 53-man roster, he wanted to pursue a better opportunity, but I'll just say this, guys. The Titans wide receiver group is not that good, and Gordon is getting cut off their practice squad. I hate to say it, I think he's just done. And it sucks to say because how different would his career had been if, the NFL wasn't as harsh on marijuana early on. I think he had some deeper issues than that earlier in his career, and I get all that. But, timing's everything, right? By the time, he was locked in and the rules were more in his favor, he doesn't appear to have it anymore. I mean, it's unfortunate for him. I commend him for continuing to battle back in his career. He could have walked away at any time, but he wanted to play football. I don't think he can play at a high level at this point. Running man, would you rather trade for DJ Moore or sign OBJ? Good question. Depends on the price. If I knew OBJ was fully healthy and was the same exact player that the Rams had in the playoffs last year, I'd rather just do that, even if I think DJ Moore's a little bit better, because OBJ played a huge role on that team last year, and you don't need Superman on this offense, but you could use another solid receiver. DJ Moore is the safer bet because he's healthy, but you also have to trade for him. Maybe you have to trade a first-round pick. So I would prefer to sign OBJ if I know he's healthy. We don't know that, though. We don't know when he's going to be healthy either. Pick a receiver. Who would you rather go out and get? And remember, one you sign, one you trade for. And let me be clear. I think DJ Moore is a better player right now. But you don't have to trade for Odell Beckham. Type DJ for DJ Moore. Type OBJ for Odell Beckham Jr. Let us know in the comment section. Hey, you want to be a part of these mailbags here on the Chiefs Report? Subscribe and join us every Monday at 3 o'clock Central Time. That's when we go live and answer all these questions for you guys here on the show. So hit the sub button, turn on your notifications, and if you want daily videos covering the Chiefs and to be a part of these mailbags, hit that sub button. You'll be taken care of. Dale Webb Jr., would you trade a third for Cam Akers? No. Third? No. I don't even know if Cam Akers is better than what you have at running back. Even if he is, not a third. 5th, 6th maybe, but nah, no way. Ruthless Monk. I'm sorry, but Marquez Valdes-Scantling has been disappointing to me compared to the money we paid him. Look, I told you guys at the time it was an overpay. Now, with how other receivers got paid, it ended up kind of being a decent deal. But we saw on Sunday the inconsistencies, right? He doesn't have great hands. He's going to drop or – I don't know if it's a straight-up drop in the end zone, but it's a 50-50 ball that gets picked off. He's 6'3", he's the taller player. You would like to see him come down with that. doesn't have consistent hands. He just doesn't. Never has. Didn't in Green Bay. He's an inconsistent route runner. Now he does some good things too. He'll burn the defense over the top, give you a few home runs every year, but look, they paid him, 3 years, $36 million, which now looks better with how much the wide receiver market exploded. But I'll be honest, I thought he was going to get $6 to $8 million per year, and he got almost double that. Donuts, you're taking on Furious George so far this season. You talking about your take on him? I like George Karlaftis. He's not finishing plays in terms of getting sacks, but he's getting decent pressure. I think as a rookie, he's taking his bumps and he's learning as he goes along. You'd like to see him get home a few more times than he has, but I think there's been moments he's flashed early on this season. What I will say, between him and Carlos Dunlap, the pass rush has been inconsistent. Frank Clark, too. Outside of Chris Jones, it's been very inconsistent. You'd like to get a little bit more pressure. I'll give Steve Spagnuolo credit. He's been starting to dial up more blitzes. BetUS, the place to go if you want to bet on football games all season long. I took the Chiefs plus 2.5, and of course the Bills scored in the last minute of the first half and in overtime. That's the way betting goes sometimes, but it's fun and there's money to be made. Get an account going today at chatsports.com/ChiefsBet and use our promo code Chiefs125. Betting odds are out for this next week, and I'm a little surprised. Chiefs only 3.5-point favorites at San Francisco. It's a road game. Got to go to the West Coast. That does make it tough. So if you want to go bet on this game or any other game in Week 7 or college football, Major League Baseball, NBA is back, go do it with BetUS. Chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Promo code is Chiefs125. Daddy Dayton, what's up? Do you think we should trade for or sign a corner or wide receiver? I'm still conflicted on the corner situation because, one, I thought the guys battled against the Bills despite not having your top two guys. Josh Williams got beat a couple times, but I think we saw him grow within that game. He was playing better in the second half. And two, you're going to get your two guys back, you hope. Trent McDuffie, I think, will be ready in Week 7. We'll see when Rashad Fenton is back dealing with that hamstring. But if you got those two guys back with L'Jarius Sneed, Jalen Watson comes your number 4 corner potentially, or Fenton, depending on who they like better. And then Josh Williams, your number 5 corner. If everyone's healthy, I don't think you need a corner. Receiver, you could sign Odell Beckham. You could trade for DJ Moore. There's guys out there. I would certainly be open to that. AJ says, who do you want to step up? Offensive line. I want the offensive. Orlando Brown specifically. He's got to be better. You want to be paid $22, $23, $25 million per year? You're not playing like it. He's got to be better. Chiefs could tag him again for only $20 million next year. At this point, like if the season ended now, no way he's resetting the market at left tackle. He would get tagged again, in my opinion. Tony Fuentes, I'm not that disappointed after yesterday's loss, talking about the Bills game, but the Chiefs will bounce back. Yeah. Mahomes and these guys always bounce back. They rarely have 2 bad games in a row. I think Mahomes has lost twice in a row, maybe once in his career. It just doesn't happen. So I'm not concerned. I'm not even disappointed. Look, you got beat by a good team in the last minute of the game. The last minute of the first half and the last minute of the game is what cost you. It is what it is. Bills were situationally just a little bit better. Can the Chiefs still get the number 1 seed in the AFC? Type Y for yes or type N for no. I certainly still think that they can. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Last question on this mailbag. Jelly the Killer, do you think Mahomes is getting overpaid from what he's shown us this year? No, he's leading the NFL in touchdown passes before yesterday. Now he's tied with Josh Allen with 17 each. He's not overpaid. I always get this question, no, he's underpaid. I mean, seriously, I'm not joking about this. If he hit free agency and the Chiefs didn't re-sign him, what would he make? $80 million a year? I mean, you don't think Detroit would go give Patrick Mahomes $80 million a year? Yes. The Bear, all these teams who can't figure out quarterback, he is underpaid. He is not overpaid. Now, sure, he might be overpaid to the public for you and me, but for what he provides to his team, he is an underpaid commodity. That is just a simple fact. All right, appreciate everybody for submitting their questions on this mailbag. Hit the subscribe button. Like we said, every Monday we go live at 3 o'clock Central Time to answer all of your questions. So subscribe to the channel. We'll be here all season long.